And today's review is for ages 13 and up. This is for the Mezco's Spider-Man 2099. This is the front cover. Looks real nice. Looks like a comic book cover. The side of the box also comes with a golden sticker here. And the 112. No pictures of the action figure like usual. So that's fine. Either no slipcover. So it looks like they really trying to rush this figure out. Yep, so that's that. And this is the accessories. Got that crawling hands, the fisted hands, the claw hands, the spread out hands. Has that spider web slot hand. And I guess some grabbing hands. Also comes with this nice little communicator. Very translucent. Put it on his wrist. Very nice. He comes also with his Miguel's face. Miguel, Spider-Man Miguel. And he also comes with his Spider-Man 2099 half unmasked head. So it kind of looks like he has some fangs there. But not as sharp as blades. It's just very subtle fangs. So from a distance you can't tell. But it's still a nice touch because it says in his origins that he has a vampire, or he could like bite you and paralyze you. God knows what. He also got a web throw that covers your face. So you could put this on a enemy or whatever. So yeah, that's that. Doesn't come with too much accessories. He also comes with the clamp, his base, and some different versions of the spider web. These spider webs are, yeah, they look nice, but you know, over time they're gonna warp. So try to get some other decent ones. Also comes with this to put your accessories, the little Mezco bag. Comes with also instructions. Shows you how to use the spider web. Yep, and the Mezco piece of paper here that tells you it's from Mezco. All right, so we got that out of the way. And this is Spider-Man 2099, and this is the base. The base is real nice. It has like a bubble feel to it. It's real nice texture. And this is Spider-Man 2099. And in the product shots, it looks like he's very vibrant, or the HDR makes it look very vibrant. You see there, but he's really it's not that bright in person. But he is a real nice Spider-Man 2099. Let's see. Yeah, so in the back of him, he has this little spider web, I guess a cape. And I guess the HDR is really blowing it up. But he's really not as bright. So the camera's not helping out here. He has a dull red, and it's not as bright. And he has nice webbing. Everything fits in nicely. He has some sharp gauntlets to cut enemies or poison them. He also has sharp claws. Real nice detail on the hands. Yep. He has a lot of details throughout the body as well, like that the carbon fiber look or whatever. And many are that I'm hearing are complaining that, oh, he has that pajama look. It's like, this Spider-Man is really, that's how he's supposed to look like, you know? Even his foot has a nice little touch there. You can see his toes. Looks like he's wearing some Yeezys or something. I don't know. But he has some nice treads. Instead of web sticking to the walls, he looks like he has some magnets or something. Because this Spider-Man 2099, he has a different background than Peter Parker. Because he's somebody else. He's Miguel. And he's like a lab freak accident that happened because he was trying to find out how Spider-Man became Spider-Man or something, or he worked out in the lab. Yeah, I don't like the background story for them. He's like a Mexican Irish. Like, what is going on with this background of this Spider-Man? It doesn't make really too much sense, and his costume is supposedly a Halloween costume that he found in his closet. Man, it's like, wow, they could have done this character more justice, like give him a better background. But no, he doesn't really have anything special like the rest of the Spider-Man but the suit. He doesn't have really any other special powers beyond the poison in his claws and vampire teeth, which is really he has his mask on most of the time. Why would he take off his mask? And the poison is like, it's more of a bad guy kind of feature. So why would a good guy use that to poison his enemies? I don't know. So yeah, the background is not my favorite Spider-Man. That's what I'm trying to say. I got it because of Mezco had a nice version of it. So he's definitely worth it. He's at he's let's say 8.5 out of 10, this Spider-Man. That's what I give it as a rating, because it's not really the most perfect Spider-Man. Like everybody usually is used to seeing him, like this guy over here. Because this Spider-Man has a lot of shading and ink blotches and a lot of little definitions here and there to show that he has muscles. So if that's what you're looking for, you're not gonna like this Mezco one. But he does have muscle texture. You can see it within his costume. So that's up to you. If you want to wait for the Mayfix one, maybe go for that one. But who knows if they're doing the comic book version of it, or maybe it's just a plain blue, because they made two Spider-Mans with the comic book version and then the comic book style version, which had the black ink shading all over his body. So I doubt they're gonna do it with this one. But as of now, this is the best Spider-Man 2099. Marvel Legends does not come even close to this. Even in the aftermarket prices that you guys spend on a Marvel Legend, is definitely never worth it. There's always going to be a better company that's going to do a better job. That is never worth the Marvel Legends. Mezco is a high-end figure, so it is worth everything, because that's how he's supposed to look like. He's supposed to be a man in a costume. And it has a nice cloth material. It looks like he has a costume on, and it has a lot of like details where it needed to be. Like in the head sculpt and the chest. That's where mainly his sculpt is. So yeah, that's a real nice action figure here. Like, well, what else would you have liked from this Spider-Man? A sash like Iron Fist to make it look more divided? No. This Spider-Man, it is great as it is. It is the best Spider-Man 29 out in the market. Very detailed. You could even see his mouth, and you could see his sunken eyes. It looks like there's a person right behind him. So I do recommend this Spider-Man if you did miss out on it. But if you're looking for like the texture and the muscle tone and all this stuff, then maybe wait for the Mayfix version of it. But this one is pretty much the best thing you're gonna get as a high-end Spider-Man 2099, and it's definitely worth the price. Yeah, it's $100 or so. But yeah, you get what you pay for, people. A Marvel Legends, yeah, it's $20, but you're gonna get the same body style as the other Marvel Legends that they usually do, and it's not really something that you could really say, oh wow, this is something crazy. But Spider-Man 2099 over here from Mezco, they did do a great job, and it's a figure that they came out of nowhere. They just posted it up one day. They said, okay, it's gonna be available December, and it came all the way out in April. So yeah, we've been waiting for a long while. Hopefully next is the Fantastic Four. For the love of God, please release these people already. And the Ghost Rider right after. I really hope so, but this Spider-Man, at least it will hold in your hunger for action figures for a while. Hopefully soon we do get the Fantastic Four, but this Spider-Man 2099, I really do recommend it. So I did give it a 8.5 out of 10, and it's not because of I gave it a kind of a low ranking compared to the usual 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10. The reason is because I don't like the background story, and it's not my favorite Spider-Man. My favorite Spider-Man is the Jim Lee red and blue classic Spider-Man. That's my favorite Spider-Man, but this is not my favorite Spider-Man. I don't like the backstory of this. And it's really, in the 90s, they really didn't do too much in-depth, like a cartoon, or they didn't do a movie or nothing like that. So that's why many of us babies from the 80s are not gonna really like this one as much. We don't know too much about it. So as of now, it's a 8.5 out of 10. Maybe I'll change my mind when they give us a better backstory, or have them do a live movie. Maybe we'll like them even better. But for now, that's what I give it, 8.5 out of 10. And it's still a great figure. I highly recommend it.